Hey everybody, it's Chrissy from Eartha G. Today I have a whole bunch of Larimar that came in at really good prices, so it's up for sale at really good prices. I have, these are, if I can grab one, long necklaces, about 36 inches long, that you just throw over your head. I do have bracelets to match them. I've had them in the shop. And one thing, I had a friend do this and she was weird. I gave her a bunch of stretchy bracelets like this, and she wore them as a ring. It looked cool on her. It would drive me absolutely crazy, but maybe you can work it. And I have raw Larimar over here. You can see it looks a lot lighter and whiter. That's because it's unpolished. When it's wet or polished, it looks more baby blue like the rest of it. And this is just one of the new necklaces that came in. You can see it looks a little greener over here. Larimar can have some green in it, but for the most part you're going to see these baby blues and grays. I wanted to tell you the story about Larimar and Atlantis because if you know me, you know I love the mythology and stuff behind stones, and this is a good one. If you've ever heard of Edgar Cayce, he was a prophet that lived between 1877 and 1945, and he foretold a lot of crazy stuff that apparently did come true. One of the things was he was very big into crystal healing energy, and he talked about a lost city that was built on crystal energy, and it was supposedly in the Caribbean somewhere, and eventually he said this city sunk into the ocean because they overused their crystal energy. Now, he also told about a blue stone that would be a famous healing stone eventually that hadn't been discovered yet. And nobody's sure if he's talking about Larimar or Lapis, but for the most part people think he's talking about Larimar. Anyway, Cayce died in 1945, and then in 1968, the Bimini Road was discovered underwater off the Bahamas. And this is an underwater road made of stone. It's about a half-mile long. If you Google it, you'll see some very cool pictures. But it obviously looks man-made, but it's under the water now. So that happened in 68, well after he died, that they discovered the road. And then in 1974, that is when Larimar was discovered. And it was discovered on the Dominican Republic. That's the only place it's ever been discovered, and it's mined there. It was discovered by a Peace Corps volunteer and a local guy, and they named it after the local guy's daughter. Her name was Larissa, and if you put the word, the L-A-R from Larissa, and put M-A-R on the end of that, Mar means the sea. So it's named after Larissa, his daughter, and Mar, the sea. So anyway, so that was discovered in 1974, and Dominican Republic has volcanic activity, plus you've got water all around it. So Larimar is considered a stone of fire and water because of these two elements. But it's very possible that Larimar was the blue stone that Cayce was talking about. And both these areas where the Bimini Road was found down by the Bahamas and Dominican Republic are down in the Caribbean, which is where he talked about the lost city of Atlantis. So that is one of the ways that Larimar is called the lost stone of Atlantis. And it's a good story. I don't know if it's true or not. You can make up your mind about that. But in the meantime, there's a lot of great Larimar to look at.